So I'm gonna give my opinion on something, and it might land me in a spot of trouble and drama, but here we go. And as a disclaimer, I'm not a Ethan Ralph fan in any stretch of the imagination. I'm not a Gunt Guard, but regardless of what the guy does, he deserves to live his life, as fucked up as it may be. But so this is one thing I wanted to comment on. So this is Cog. If you look through here, he's got 11 different thumbnails with Ethan Ralph's face in it. So he spends 1 to 5 hours covering Ethan Ralph, shitting on him. On his streams, he has Ethan Ralph owns so much in child support or divorce, and he's thrown in with the ex-family members, whether it be Morris or Vickers. He throws in with them for grift money, and I get it. You got to make that bread, especially if you're one of these e-personas. And Ethan Ralph is a variable content goldmine. I get it. But at one point, does this stop being Alogging and becoming some weird, like, jealous ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend levels of chicanery? And that's the energy I get, like, Deadman used to cover Ethan Ralph quite a bit. Shout out to the Deadman and Rant and Chill reactions, okay? But he would do it in a way that was fucking funny and obnoxious. And that's kind of what Kino Casino does as well. Do they actually hate and despise the people they cover? I doubt it. Do they really spend as much energy as they do hating people and like... See, they have a show that has to cover drama. Do they really mean half the shit they say? I can't believe 80% of the shit that they say they actually mean. So, of course, being an obnoxious tool on the internet, that's how you get people gifting subs. That's how you provide, because it's entertaining to see Ethan Ralph and Worski just tear things down to the atom to destroy people. That goes for everyone. Even Cog has maybe some supporters, and I get that. But again, this has to lead into I have to talk about the Portugal and Toronto incident. So, Cog says he wants to fight Ethan Ralph. Him and a companion, I'll say a battle buddy, fly out to Portugal. They start a skerfuffle, and then Dan just like levels Ethan Ralph. Levels him. And there was a third person that was got injured. They fell down. Don't really care. But so they showed up to where this guy was. He had his battle buddy beat the shit out of him. And that's not really a fight. That's called jumping someone. That's not really a fight. That's more like a violent ambush in my book. But then him and Dan went out to Toronto to try and find and fight PPP. Of course, they weren't successful. So if you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars in plane flights to try and violently assault people, that's you're going from A-log to jilted ex-lover, okay? That's just that. And in this realm, and especially in this sector, there's this thing I want to call out where they think they're badasses. They always want to threaten people to fight. Show up, turn up, boy. I'll beat your ass, right? But none of these guys go through any effort to host like a legal fight on paper, because none of them have any fucking money and can't afford it, nor do any of them really want to risk their life and put it on the line to fight behind an Arby's, because more than likely when shit like this happens, people die. They're always want to like put a fight and show up somewhere, right? And it's just so obnoxious because none of these, let's be honest, chicken shits would actually do that. None of them want to go through the effort because they're poor. None of them want to go through the effort because they don't want to risk anything. Like, so theoretically, let's say if they could rub two brain cells together and set up a legal fight with contracts, renting a place, getting physicals and all that. Let's say they can actually rub two brain cells and $2 together and they actually set this up. Why not have it for like a title? See, that'd be something you could host multiple times for like a battle bro of the sector, right? And then what you could do is you could put people's channels up. So if one person loses, they have to like either delete their channel or like make the person who won manager of it. See, that would be kind of a cool thing to do, because it'd be exceptionally cool because these people, this is the only thing most of these people have is these cringy ass channels. And I'm speaking for myself. These stupid channels where they do streams, put up content, and it's basically their livelihood. See, that'd be cool because not only are you putting your honor on the line, but you're putting your livelihood, the stupid internet, like begging, grifting shit. That'd be cool. That's how I'd run it. But again, that's if they could rub 2 brain cells and $2 together. But no one can, and no one wants to go through that trouble because at the end of the day, no one wants to have their ass beat over stupid internet drama. Let's be honest here. And it would be cool to see. But the way how you'd go about that is you would have to find someone to, like, bankroll it, which that didn't go too well for the Knoxville fight, if you remember. Like, Donga didn't even show up. So that whole fight, the people who showed up for that fight, it was cucked. So again, with these people, they can't rub 2 brain cells or $2 together to put up a fight. None of them ever will. So when you have people like Cog, Dark Ninja, or literally anyone else saying, I'm gonna beat your ass in the squared circle, I'm gonna send you to the hospital, boy, right? Or like Cog and Dan saying they're gonna fight and beat the shit out of someone, it's never gonna happen. They might show up, they might fly down to someone's locale and like stomp around, be like, oh, you didn't show up, pussy. Well, it's like, yeah, they're not gonna show up because it's a literal ambush. Why would you show up to a fight that you know is an ambush? And that's pretty dangerous. You try that, you know, in the, like, under Canada. You jump someone the wrong way, you end up in a morgue, okay? So with that, it's not a fight if you're flying to someone's locale and like jumping them like some kind of gang mentality chicken shit like tactics. Let's put that out there. So again, it's just a entire issue that was on the top of my head. And again, you can cover whoever you want, but there comes a point where Alogging gets so insane, so possessive, it gets such a weird parasocial like addiction that the people act more like a jilted ex-lover than they do actually someone who's covering the content. So if there's anything I could say to Cog or people who've fallen into this trap, take a break from it because these people, they're not really going anywhere. I mean, it's not like Ethan Ralph's gonna disappear tomorrow. It's not like any of these other, like Kino Casino's gonna disappear tomorrow. Like, Kong needs to get back to where he was originally, his original self, where he's covering badge cams and just covering weird, obnoxious, like, shit, like he used to always do. That's why he's hemorrhaging supporters, because he's become this envious, jilted person. And he needs to get back to his original roots. He needs to rethink up different shows, and again, he needs to host people. And again, this is coming from me. I'd never have anyone on the show, but if it was me, if I had a stream, I'd just have interesting, obnoxious people on all the time. Why not? What do you have to lose? And even if it is clout chasing, you're offering something more, a more avenue of content, and that's really the name of the game. That's why Kino Casino is so successful, because they're leveling content, like instantly. They're a content factory. So regardless if it's cringy, stupid, and COG kind of does this too, where he just puts out content. That's how you need to be entertaining and keep putting out content for your people out there, for them to consume. That's why I did this video. But anyways, this is my 2 cents on it. And this even goes to the Negs DC Media Girl shit. There's people who can cover it and be funny all the time and not like come off as a jilted ex, like hateful, envious, like gremlin. And that's why people stop watching that kind of content, because you get to the point where you're watching these people and it's like, damn, these people are fucking mentally ill. And if you're having to go to IRL stuff like doxing, threats of violence, or like showing up at someone's locale, posting their locations and shit, that's like, you're like an obsessive ex-stalker weirdo. And that goes for any side engaged in any of those discussions or whatever. I'm not calling out anyone in particular here. I'm just a neutral retard commenting on all this. But yeah, that's the danger with like Alogging. At one point, does one person it corrupts their entire soul and content, and they morph into just this hateful, envious shithead. And that's the kind of energy I get from this. But anyways, yeah, I don't know how to end these videos. See you next time.